Hello everybody. Hello there. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello there. Hello.
Hello.
Can you
Hear me?
Hello there. Hello.
Hello. Hear me?
All right.
It looks like you can hear me indeed.
Looks like
Okay, so sorry. Too much echo.
Okay, so sorry.
Somebody say there is echo.
Too much echo.
Okay.
Somebody say there is echo.
Let me try to mute maybe this.
Let
Let me try to mute maybe this.
Okay. Is it better now? Okay. Is it better now? Okay. Is it better? Hello. Rostopic echo. Yeah. Hello. Rostopic echo. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hello. I think now it should be correct. Now, okay. There we go. Yeah, I know what it was. All right. Okay. I can see that there's a lot of people here in the chat. Thanks for staying with us. Let me start by saying this. We had some technical issues because we weren't expecting so much people, so our fault, and these kind of things happen. For the rest of the days, we are going to have everything under control, so there are not going to be any more issues, I promise. Okay? Then thanks for the patience and staying here with us. Hello, I can see some people from talking in Spanish. Okay, so yeah, then let's try to not lose any more time and get started, right? Audio perfect, no echo for me. Okay, excellent. Then yeah, so welcome to this new edition of the ROS2 Learning Week. So during the whole week, starting from today and until Friday, we are going to have 1 hour sessions, which are going to be live classes, interactive classes, where we are going to do an introduction from the very basic until knowing how to create a ROS2 program to control a robot and to create some kind of behavior on this robot. Okay, then a couple of things. So you don't need, I have seen some questions there before, so you don't need to have nothing installed in your local computer, okay? Everything, we are going to do it through the construct site, okay? Then let me, I'm going to move to my computer screen so that you can see here the chat and everything. So let me move right now. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So this is the main ROS2 Learning Week page. Okay, here is where you have the chat, you have the live stream, and down here you have the agenda. So let's very quickly do an overview of what we are going to be doing during this week. All right. So day one. We are going to start today with Linux, okay? So even if you don't know about Linux, we are going to cover that, okay? So day one and day two, we are going to use them in order to set some foundations. These foundations are two, basically. One is Linux, how to work with Linux systems. Why Linux? Well, because Linux is the main operating system for ROS, okay? In ROS2, you can use it with Windows, but still Linux is always the preferred operating system when working with ROS or ROS2. Okay. Then in day two, we are going to do an overview about Python. All right. So we are going to learn from the very basic of how to create programs with Python. Yeah, these are going to be the first 2 days, so that even if you don't know anything about programming, you are welcomed to this ROS2 Learning Week, okay? And if you already know some of these things, maybe you can move faster or do more advanced exercises, whatever, yeah? But in case that you are worried because you know nothing about computers, let's say, don't worry, because we are going to start from the very basic. All right. Then again, today we are going to cover some Linux basics. Tomorrow we are going to see Python 3. Then on day 3 we are going to actually start with ROS2. Yeah, we are going to learn the basic concepts, what is ROS2, how to create a basic ROS2 program, what are ROS2 nodes, etc. Yeah, some basic concepts so that we get, all of you get introduced to ROS2. All right. Then on Thursday we are going to learn about topics, which is probably the most important thing when it comes to ROS2 and working with ROS2. Yeah, so we are going to learn about topics. What are topics? How do we work with topics? How we manage topics? How we interact with topics? All right. This is going to be on Thursday, very important day. And then finally on Friday we are going to work on a project, okay? So with everything that you have learned during this week, you are going to be able to apply it into a real robotics project, yeah? So I'm going to ask you to create some kind of program to generate a behavior in a robot, okay? And then you're going to have to apply everything you've learned in order to solve this project, okay? Then this is a summary of what we are going to be doing during this week, this ROS2 learning week. All right, is it clear? Any questions so far? I can see here Yannick is saying, is this session recorded? Yes, all the sessions are going to be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Yeah, so right after we finish this session, we are going to upload it to YouTube, so that you can review it, or maybe you have to leave for whatever reason. Then don't worry if you miss some parts of the class, because everything is going to be recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel. Okay. Then a couple of questions here. May I ask why Linux is preferred? Well, for that, let's get already inside the course, okay? So today, we are going to work directly on a course, all right? So my suggestion is the following, is that you leave this page, the ROS2 Learning week page here opened, and then open another tab, a second tab, which is what I am doing right now. And then here, you can go to the search bar and type Linux, okay? And you are going to see here this Linux for Robotics course, all right? Then here you can click directly and then start learning, okay? Once you click on the start learning button, you are going to be redirected here to the course, all right? So please, all of you, start opening the course, okay? And let's go, all of us, to Unit 0, okay? Here I have been directly sent to Unit 3, but we are going to start by Unit 0, obviously, okay? So probably most of you are going to be sent to Unit 0 directly. If not, just go there, okay? Once the course loads, you can just move back to Unit 0, all right? Let me go back to the chat. Then I saw here somebody who asked here, yeah, so Parth is saying, so for ROS2 we will have to install Ubuntu? No, Parth. So nobody has to install anything, okay? Everything is going to be provided to you. We are going to be working on the construct side, on the construct application here, and you will see when the time comes that you don't have to do anything. So the only thing you need is to have an internet connection, okay? But don't worry, because you are not going to have to install anything in your local computer or have any specific operating system. You don't have to worry about anything. Just worry about learning, okay? Okay, I can see here my colleagues are also answering some of the questions. All right, then let me go back here. So as I was saying, let's go all of us to unit 0, okay? Well, unit 0, actually it's unit 1, not unit 0, yeah? Okay, yeah, then before getting, well, let me see if, so far, everybody is clear? Has everybody been able to access the course, to open the course? Any questions, any problems so far? Yes, no? Yes? I can see, okay, still loading, okay, no worries, still loading, okay, don't worry, yeah, if it's still loading, don't worry, because it just might take a few seconds, even up to 1 minute or so, but it's going to load. Okay, perfect, then missed which address to open, says Javier Traver. Okay, so if anybody has just joined it, let me repeat it, okay? All you have to do is open another tab, okay? Because you want to leave this page, the ROS2 Learning page, open, because here is where you have the chat, to make questions, you have the live stream, okay? So open another page, and then all you have to do is to go to the search bar, for instance, here, and type Linux, okay? This is going to show you the Linux for Robotics course here, okay? Then you select the Linux for Robotics course and click on Start Learning, okay? And this is going to automatically take you to the course page, okay? Yeah? Then, before getting started, a couple of things. First of all, I want to give you a prize to all of you, since all of you are people who is willing to learn about ROS2. Okay, then probably some of you already know, some of you maybe don't know yet, but we are going to be doing very soon, in a couple of weeks, we are going to do our 6th edition of the ROS Developers Day, which is a conference, an online conference, which where you are going to be able to learn and practice during a whole day ROS2. Okay, so very interesting conference where we are going to have several speakers. Let me share here the page so that you can. So that you can give it a look yourself, okay? But we are going to have very interesting speeches, okay? You can have a look here to past editions as well, but it's a conference where you are going to practice, okay? So it's not something that you are going to be just listening, watching to some slides, okay? It's going to be something similar to what we are going to do today, you will see, or the open classes, okay? So the speaker is going to provide you a project that all of the attendants are going to be able to reproduce and to practice at the same time as the speaker is explaining and showing the different demonstrations, okay? So, so yeah, very interesting talks. You can have a look here. And the interesting thing is not the conference alone, which it is interesting, but I have here a coupon, okay, that all of you can use. This is exclusive for the people who is attending to this ROS2 Learning Week, okay? You can use this code in order to get a 50% discount, okay? So if you are there, write down this code, because you are going to be able to use it in order to get a 50% discount to the conference, okay? Then there is also the option to attend, just so that you know, there is also the option to attend to the conference free, okay? But then you're not going to get all the projects for you. and you're not going to be able to practice live with the speakers, okay? But still you're going to be able to attend the conference and listen to the speeches and listen to what the speaker is explaining, okay? But for all the attendants to this ROS2 Learning Week, all of you that are right here in the chat, you can use this code in order to get a 50% discount to the ROS Developers Day 2023. All right? Yeah, I can see here also Ricardo, which was commenting about the option of the free pass. Okay, we will need to have Linux installed for that conference? No, Dante. So the conference is the same idea, okay? You are not going to have to install anything. You just come and learn, okay? So everything is going to be provided to you. We are going to provide you with the projects that you are going to be able to open directly here in the application. So everything is managed by us. So all you have to do is to attend and to be willing to learn a lot, okay? All right, then, then let's start already. Yeah, so let's stop all the chatting and let's get started. Very, very quickly, I'm going to introduce you to this, to the course page, in case that maybe some of you are new to the platform, okay? Probably lots of you already have tried some of our courses, but for the ones who are completely new, let me very quickly explain what is this, okay? So this is the course page, yeah? Then what do we have here? Here at the left side, you have the notebook, yeah? The notebook is the section where all the theory is explained. You are going to find also exercises, demos, some pieces of code, also you will find eventually here, commands, that you are going to have to execute, okay? So basically here is all the theory and the notes that we are going to be following, okay? Then right here in the middle, we have in the upper section, you have a code editor, okay? This is the code editor where you are going to you are going to have all the files that you are going to use and that you are going to generate during this course. Everything you are going to be able to manage it here through the code editor. Yeah. So you can create new files, new folders. You can open files here and see the code to edit them, etc. Okay. Just a regular code editor. Then down here we have 4 terminals, 4 shells. Okay, these are regular Linux shells, okay, where we are going to be typing commands, all right? And then finally here at the upper right corner, you have the simulation window. Yeah, in this case here we have a BB-8 robot from the Star Wars films, from the newer Star Wars films, yeah? And yeah, so we are going to be during the different sessions, we are going to be seeing many different robots, and we are going to be practicing with different robots. Okay, so today the first robot that you have met is this BB-8 that is going to help us in the process of learning Linux in this case. All right. Okay. Then let's already get started. Yeah. So first of all, very quickly, some people was asking this, but why are we learning Linux? Well, because Linux is the main operating system for robots. Yeah. When it comes to robotics, to working with robots, everything is Linux based. Okay. Now, for instance, ROS2 is already available for Windows, but still, trust me, when it comes to ROS and to robotics in general, Linux is the operating system. Okay. Then, if you want to get into robotics, if you want to become a ROS developer, you have to know how to work with Linux systems. Okay, very important. So this is why we are going to do this first session on Linux. In case that somebody has never worked before with a Linux system, then today you are going to get introduced into how to work with Linux systems. Okay. There are other interesting things about Linux, like security, etc. But yeah, I don't want to get into all that. So just keep in mind this, that Linux is the operating system for robotics. Okay? All right. then let's start with a very quick demo, okay? Just before getting started, I want to do very quickly this demo so that we get to do some practice already. Now, then here we are going to execute an script, okay? For this demo, we are going to execute an script, an SH script, a bash script, okay, which in case that you don't know what a bash script is, don't worry, because I'm going to explain it, okay? Later in next units, I will explain it, okay? But for now, let's just run this demo and execute this bash script, okay? Then we have to do two things for executing this demo, yeah? First one is to run this first command, okay? Then here, whenever you have commands that have to be executed in a shell, my suggestion is that you copy them, okay, directly here from the notebook. So you can select it and copy it with Control-C. You can click on this copy button here, and then you can come to the shell, to the terminal, and paste the command, okay? This is going to speed up all the process a lot, okay? You don't have to type everything letter by letter, okay? So you can directly copy the command from the notebook and paste it into the shell here, okay? Then let's execute this first command. This cd command, we are going to explain it in the next unit, okay? But basically what we are doing is to go to a specific directory, which in this case is this Linux demo, okay? Now, inside here, we are going to run this command, okay? So again, you can copy it and paste it directly to the shell. And then hit the enter button to execute it. And what happens? As you can see, the BB8 robot has started rotating, okay? So this script inside is doing something, whatever, that has caused the BB8 robot to start rotating, okay? Now, you can stop it by changing the attribute, by changing the argument that you are passing here to this script, okay? Then, in order to stop this program from running, you have to press Control-C, okay? So, in your keyboard, you press the keys Control and C at the same time, and then the program is going to stop being executed. But even if you stop the program, the robot is going to continue moving, okay? So if you want to stop it, you can change this rotate argument by stop. Then if I execute this, the robot suddenly stops, okay? Yeah? And we have still a third argument that we can use, which is forward. Yeah? So now I'm going to execute again the script, and instead of stop, I'm going to write here forward, okay? And now, what's going to happen is that the robot, the BB8 robot, starts moving forward, okay? See? And again, if you want to stop it, all you have to do is to execute this script with the stop argument, and the robot is going to stop. Okay, just a quick demonstrations. Don't worry, because everything that we have done in this demo, I'm going to explain it right now. Okay, so in case that you don't understand some things that you have just done, don't worry. Okay, this is just a demo to get started and to play a little bit with the BB8 robot. Okay, then after this demonstration, we are ready to get started. So let's move to unit number 2, okay? In order to go to unit number 2, you can click here on the arrow to go to the next unit, or here in the units menu, directly you can select unit number 2, Linux Essentials, okay? And you are going to be moved to unit 2, okay? Let me go back here to the chat to see what's going on here. Yeah, I can see here Sergi, which is an advanced student. He's already recommending to use the ls command, which is a command, a very common Linux command that we are going to explain right in this unit, okay? I see there are some issues, but I think that my colleagues are already dealing with these issues. Yeah, so far so good, yeah? Are we ready to get started with Unit 2? My unit description doesn't seem to have the same menu options. Okay, I don't know what you mean exactly, Johnny Baker. Unit description, you mean this summary here, or the units available? Yeah, so very quick recap. We are in the Linux for Robotics course, okay? Linux for Robotics course, unit number 2, Linux Essentials, okay? For everybody, this is where we are at, all right? Yeah, so not the Python course, but we are in the Linux course. Okay, Linux for Robotics. Python course, we are going to go over it tomorrow, okay? Today, we are on the Linux course. Yep. All right. Then, let's get started, okay? So, the very first thing that we are going to do here is to download a repository, okay? So, here we have a repository with some files and folders that you are going to be using during the course, okay? So the very first thing that you want to do is to download this repository, okay? Here, actually, I'm going to remove everything that I have here, because I have already some things here, but I'm going to remove everything so that I start fresh and I have exactly the same as you have. Okay, so let me remove all these. Delete, yes. Delete, and let me delete all these as well. Okay, so I have everything fresh, and then the first thing that we are going to do is to go here to the Catkin workspace src folder, okay, using this cd command, and then execute this git clone command in order to download this repository, okay? Now, as soon as you download the repository, you are going to see that it's going to appear here in your code editor, okay? And right now, what you have inside the repository is this move BB8 package, okay? So, very first thing to do is to download this repository, all right? Let me drink a little bit because I'm talking a lot. And my throat is getting dry. All right. Then, okay. So, imagine that you have never worked with a Linux system. Probably some of you have never worked with a Linux system. So, the very first thing that you need to know is how to move through the file system. Yeah? How to navigate through the file system. Yeah? What is the file system? Well, the file system is basically all the contents of a Linux system. Yeah? And this is basically divided into two entities, folders and files. Okay? Files is can be any kind of file, from programs, from text files, from images, videos, songs, okay? All the basic files that you can find in any computer, okay? And all these files are organized and contained inside folders, okay? then this group of folders and files is what we know as the Linux file system. Okay? Then how can you move through the file system? Well, there are two main ways. One is the graphical, yeah. So in any system you can open the folder, okay, open a folder and get inside the folder, open the files, etc. Oops, sorry. I closed it here by mistake. I closed the browser. Sorry for that. Don't worry. I'm right back at it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can see some people here already explaining about Catkin workspace and so on. Don't worry. So for now, I would like to keep all this aside from ROS and ROS2. Okay, so let's try to focus on Linux today. Of course, we are going to have to deal with some ROS commands, but today it's not the moment to explain all these ROS concepts. Okay, for that we are going to start getting into ROS2 on Wednesday. Okay. All right. Then, as I was saying, yeah, so typically most of the users are going to navigate through a file system by using the graphical interface of the operating system, yeah. So you can enter into the folders, open files by double clicking into them, etc., etc. Yeah, but in many cases, especially when working with robots, you are not going to have access to this graphical interface, okay? So you have to know how to navigate through a file system without this, yeah? Then this is done basically using a couple of commands. One of them is the cd command, yeah? The cd command is a very, very important command in Linux because it allows you to move move through the different folders of a file system, yeah? For instance, let's try this command here. Let's copy it from the notebook and paste it here to the shell, yeah? This command says cd home user Catkin workspace src Linux course files move bb8 package src, yeah? So this cd command is going to take us to this folder, src folder, which is inside move bb8 package, which is inside Linux course files, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. So starting from the root of the file system, yeah, you can provide a path to one specific directory. In this case, this directory, this folder is src. So if you execute this command, as you can see, you are taken directly to this path. Okay. Yeah? Then why did we come here? Well, because here we have a specific program, and a specific Python script that you can execute here to control and to interact a little bit with the robot. Yeah? Then how can you know which files are inside this path, this specific folder? Yeah? Because in a graphical, through a graphical interface, you just open the folder and you can see all the files which are inside that folder, right? But here, using a shell, a terminal, you cannot. So the command in order to see the contents of a specific folder is ls. Okay? If you execute this ls command, you're going to be able to see the contents of this file. Okay? In this case, you know that this src folder contains 3 files: this bb8 keyboard.py, move bb8 circle.py, and move bb8 forward backward.py. Okay? You can verify this, in this case, using the code editor, for instance. If you get inside the move BB8 package, src, you are going to see that it contains these 3 files. Indeed. Okay? Yeah? Then now, if you want, you can execute this command here, which is going to execute this BB8 keyboard, which is a Python program. Okay, don't worry about the contents. Yeah? Is a Python program that allows you to control the BB8 robot using the keyboard with these keys. Yeah, for instance, the I key. If you press the I key, you are going to move the robot forward, as you can see. Okay. Then with the key, you stop the robot. Yeah. With the comma, you move backward. Yeah. Let me show it to you. There you go, okay? Then with the J and the L keys, you can rotate to the left and rotate to the right. Let me show you. See? So with all these, you can play a little bit with the robot, okay, and control it with your keyboard. Okay? Yeah, just to get a bit of fun while learning, okay? Yeah? But again, don't worry about the contents of this Python program. Don't worry, okay? Today is not the day. Tomorrow we are going to be learning about Python. All right? Then, what is important to know here? 2 things, yeah? The cd command, which allows you to go to a specific path, okay? Let me go back, for instance. If I execute a couple of tricks, yeah? If you execute the cd command alone, this is going to take you to the home directory, let's say, okay? Then here you can run the ls and say, okay, so here I only have one folder, which is Catkin Workspace, so I can go inside this folder by using the cd command again, cd Catkin Workspace. Now, okay, what do we have here? Okay, here I have 3 different folders. So let's go inside the src folder, for instance, yeah? So cd src. Okay? So you can go folder by folder, or like in the example, you can specify a complete path, yeah? And then you are going to move directly to the folder specified at the end of the path, okay? Another trick is that you can move up, for instance, by clicking the cd with 2 points, with 2 dots, yeah? So if you type cd ... like this, you are going to move 1 directory up, yeah? If I do it again, I'm going to move 1 directory up. Sorry. Yep. Then, if you want to know where you are at, right now, you can use the pwd command, okay? If you execute this command, this is going to tell you the path that you are currently at. So right now, you are inside home, user, Catkin Workspace, src, Linux course files, yeah? If now I get inside move BB8 package and I run again pwd, as you can see, the path is updated. Okay? Yeah? So this is how you move through how you navigate through a Linux file system. Okay? Yep. Also, the ls command is used to list the contents of a specific folder. Yep, let me go to the chat and see if there is anything going on. Yep, so far so good. Are you following? Any questions, any comments? Can we keep going? All good so far. Okay, so let me know now here. Do you have experience? The people here in the chat, do you have experience working with Linux system? Not at all. Oh, you are Windows guys. Yeah, navigating like a boss. I have used Linux a lot. Yes, yes, yes. Nope. Yes, but informal. Okay. So I can see my majority of people has experience with Linux, but I can see also some people who doesn't. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to go step by step in any case, okay? If you are already experienced users and you already know all this, my suggestion is that you can keep advancing through the course at your own pace, okay? Because if you already have a lot of experience with Linux, probably this is going to be very basic to you, so you can keep advancing, just following the notebook, you can go at your own pace, okay? That would be my suggestion, all right? Then, okay. Now, here we have another demonstration, which is to execute another Python script. I'm going to skip this, okay? Because yeah, this is not directly related with Linux. So let me keep advancing. Then, yeah. So, in some cases, listing the contents of a specific folder, yeah, is not going to give you everything that it contains, yeah? Why? This is a concept which also exists in Windows, yeah, but there is something which is known as hidden files or hidden folders, yeah? Then this, for instance, here, if we go to the home user, to the home path, which is home user, if we go here and we type ls to list the contents, here apparently we only have one folder, which is Catkin workspace, right? So apparently we only have this. But we can execute the ls command with the la arguments like this, okay? Which means basically list all, yeah? And then boila, yeah? This gives us a complete list of everything which is contained here, yeah? So we have the Catkin workspace, but we have all this as well. Yeah, as you can see, we have some files, some folders as well. You are going to be able to detect folders because they appear here in blue, and the files appear in white, yeah? And these light blue or light green things, these are soft links. This is what is known as a soft link, okay? But yeah, you don't have to worry about this right now, okay? Then as you can see, you can very clearly see that all these are hidden because they start with a point, yeah? Whenever a folder or a file starts with a point, it is going to be treated as hidden, okay? Yep. So something interesting to know, especially for this bashrc file, okay? Which we will come back to this later, okay? But this is very important for Linux systems, okay? All right. Then another trick that you can use if you don't know very well what a command does is to type the command and --help, okay? If you type this is going to provide you all the different arguments of the ls command, yeah? Yeah, so ls. You can use all these flags with the ls command. For instance, the a flag is do not ignore entries starting with point, for instance, see? So, show me also the hidden files and folders, please. Yeah? With a capital A is do not list implied dot and 2 points, okay? For instance, the -d is list directories themselves, not their contents, okay? So you have many options that you can use with the ls command, okay? And you can use this help suffix here with any command, okay? Yeah? So, for instance, cd It shows you the usage in this case. Okay, well, for the cd command, there are no options, so in this case it's not showing anything, okay? But, I don't know, for any Linux commands that allows you to provide options, like this, you can use the help suffix in order to know, to get a list of all the different options and what they do, okay? Okay, then here we have an exercise which I think we are going to skip as well, okay? Because it's pretty basic. So it says, using all the concepts that you have learned with the cd command, the ls command, etc., navigate through the file system and find this script, move bb8 forward backward.py, okay? Find it and execute it, yeah? So, I'm going to solve it with you all together. So what can you do? Okay, so the easiest way is to say, okay, where am I currently? PWD, okay, so I am in home user, all right. So what do I have here? I have Catkin Workspace. Okay, so let me get inside Catkin Workspace. Okay, what do I have here? Build, Devel, and SRC. Okay, so we have three options here. In this case, I'm going to do the trick because I already know where it is, and I'm going to go straight for the SRC. Okay, I know that for sure that this is inside the SRC folder. Okay, so let's go directly for this option. All right, so what do I have here? I have this CMake list txt file and Linux course files folders. So let me get inside the folder. Again, let's see what we have here. We have a README file and a move bb8 package. So let's get inside this move bb8 package folder. Okay, again, I have a couple of files here. So far, they are not this file, so I'm going to keep searching. So let me get inside this SRC folder that I have here. ls, okay, found it. Here we have it. Yeah, we have found this move bb8 forward backward .py. So now that we found it, we can execute it. Because it is a Python file, we can execute it using the Python keywords, yeah? So Python move bb8 forward backward .py. Okay, we can execute it, and this is going to move the robot, the bb8 robot, forward first and then backward. Yeah, and then it stops. Okay, so a very basic and simple exercise to navigate a little bit through the file system. Okay. Okay, so far we have seen how to navigate through the file system, get inside folders, list all the items which the folder contains. We can even use some options in order to be able to visualize the hidden files and folders. Yeah. But so far we have not interacted with the system at all, yeah? We are just visualizing things and moving from one place to another, yeah? But we can, of course, also interact with this file system, for instance, in order to create a new folder or create a new file, right? So this is what we are going to learn to do next, right now, okay? Then, in Linux, the command used in order to create a new folder, a new directory, is mkdir. Okay? Yeah, this is the command used to create a new folder. So, let's try it out. Then, let's go to the home user, okay? Is there, very quick question, is there a fastest way to go to home user than typing the cd home user? Because cd home user, I know that this is going to take me to this path, yeah, to home user. But is there a simpler way to go here, which is not this command? Can somebody tell me? Just CD, very well. Just write CD. That's it, very well. So instead of this, I can just type CD, and this is going to take me to home user. Okay? It's just faster, yeah? Okay, then here we have, as we already know, the Catkin workspace folder. Then let's type this command here, mkdir my folder. So let me copy the command from the notebook, paste it here to the shell, and now if I type again ls, voila, I have here my Catkin workspace, and I have my folder which I have just created with the mkdir command. Okay? Of course, we can get inside my folder with the cd command, and if we do an ls here, we have nothing. Yeah, there's nothing here because we have just created this folder. Yeah, so there's nothing inside it. All right. Then what about files? Because mkdir, the mkdir command, is used to create folders. But what if I want to create a file? Where for creating files, you are going to usually use the touch command. Okay? There are other options, but one of the most common ones is the touch command. Okay? For instance, we can get inside the my folder, and here we can create a txt file with the touch command like this. Yeah? So, touch myfile.txt. So if you execute this command, now you can type the ls command, and you can see that you have generated this file, this new file, named myfile.txt. Okay? All this, you can verify it again if you want with the IDE, with the code editor, yeah? If you go here to the code editor, you are going to see that this my folder has been created, and my file.txt has been created inside my folder, yeah? And if you open it, of course, it's empty. Yeah, you have just created this file, so it's empty. Yeah? Then, you can now, for instance, type here, hello ROS developers. Yeah? This is usually how you are going to edit files, right? Using a code editor directly, like this one, and writing here text, program, code, whatever, okay? But since we are working only with the shell for now, we have to present here a way of editing files using the shell only, yeah, without any graphical interface. And what is this tool? This tool is VI, yeah? VI is one of the most common ones. There are others like, I don't know, Nano. There are other tools that you can use to edit files through the shell, okay? But in this case, the one that we are presenting is this one, VI, okay? Yeah? Then, how does it work? Well, in order to access to the contents of the file, you are going to write VI and the name of the file, like this, yeah? There we go. So now I am inside the file. As you can see, right now it's empty, so we have nothing, okay? Then, in BI, you have two modes, yeah? There are two modes. One is the command mode, which is the one that we are right now, and this command basically allows you to introduce some commands in order to interact with the file. Like, for instance, delete one line, go directly to a specific line in the file, etc. Okay? But this command mode is used mostly when you already have something in the file, right? So, the second mode is the insert mode. In the insert mode, you are able to edit the file, to write things into the file, okay? Then, how do we get into the insert mode? Is by typing here the I, key. Yeah. So I'm going to type here the I key in my keyboard, and you will see that here it appears this insert, which means that now I am in the insert mode. Okay. By the way, everything that I am doing is explained here in the notebook. Okay. So I am not improvising or anything. Yeah. Everything that I am explaining is here in the notebook. Okay. So if you want to read better anything, you have everything here. Okay. Then now in the insert mode, if you start typing, you can see that this is actually written into the file. Okay. Then let's write something. For instance, I'm going to write here, hello ROS developers. Okay. I can type, how are you? Okay. So now, once we have done a modification to our file, we need to save this modification. Okay. Then how this is done? Well, in this case, for by, what you have to do is to exit the insert mode. How do you exit the insert mode? By pressing the escape key. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to press the escape key. Okay. Now, if you, okay, I entered back again. How are you? Escape. Okay. Now, if I write, nothing is written into the file, as you can see. Okay. I am typing some keys here. You cannot see it, but I am typing some keys, but nothing happens. Okay. So now, in order to save, you have to enter the following sequence, which is 2 points, WQ, which appears down here. Yeah. What does this mean? This means write, so save, and kit. Okay. You can also only write and then only kit, but you can combine both and do write the file and kit. Kit, it means to kit the V program. Okay. So I'm going to type enter now. There you go. And then, as you can see, the file has been here updated. Yeah. I don't know what this has changed. Let me open it. Yeah. So if you open the file now in the code editor, it has been updated with the contents that I have entered. Okay. Yeah. So this might seem a little bit complex and not very intuitive to use, okay? But don't worry. So if you don't understand very well all this, my suggestion would be that don't worry, okay? This is something that at the beginning it's normal, and you are only going to get used to it as you use it, okay? Yeah? But don't worry, just know, okay? For this, you don't have to know perfectly how to work with Vi, this is not the purpose, but just be aware that there is this tool and others that allow you to edit files through the shell, okay? So, not always you are going to be able to use a code editor, okay? In some cases, you are going to have to edit files and access to files only through a terminal, okay? So in these cases, know that there are these tools that allow you to do this, okay? Yeah? Yeah, Rodrigo here is saying Nano is also a good option, yeah. So there are, Joe Miller is saying that he prefers Nano, yeah, so there are other programs, yeah? Here we are just explaining V. Yes, Nano also allows to edit through terminal. Exactly, yeah. All right, then I'm going to skip this because it's not so important right now. Then, okay, now we have this exercise, okay? Here, in this exercise, we are going to do it. I'm going to leave some minutes so that you can do it. And the exercise says, inside the Linux course files the Linux course files folder, you download it at the beginning of this unit, create a new folder named My Scripts. Then, inside this new folder, create a new file named move_bb8_square.py. Inside this file, paste the following contents. Okay, all these contents that you have here. Okay, then I'm going to leave just a couple of minutes so that you can do this exercise, okay? And then I'm going to solve it with all of you. But I'm going to leave a couple of minutes so that you can try to complete this exercise on your own, okay? I'm going to mute myself. Yeah, so meanwhile, you can keep doing the exercise. I'm going to check this issue from Robotics. Why do I get an error when I try to open my text file? The error says it has found a swap. Yeah, so this happens when sometimes there are like these swap versions of the file generated, okay? So in that case, what you should do, Robotics, is to localize. You're going to have here a file something.swp, right? If you run this ls command, you are going to see here that you have a file which is .swp, okay? Then what you have to do is the following, is rm of whatever.swp, okay? rm, we are going to see it in a moment, is to remove, okay? We are going to explain this command in a moment, yeah? Then with this rm command, you are going to remove the swap file, and then you should be able to this error should go away, okay? Yeah? Did it work? Thank you, it worked, perfect, great. All right, then the 2 minutes have already passed, so let's try this exercise. So I'm going to solve it here myself, yeah? Then inside the Linux course files folder, okay, so let's go inside the Linux, okay? There is a trick, okay, let me explain you some tricks here, okay? So if you do a cd catking workspace, okay, as you can see, you don't have to write everything perfectly, okay? Once you start writing the name of the folder, you can click on the tab, yeah? The tab key, and then the system is going to auto-complete the name of the folder for you, okay? Then, also, if you don't write anything, you can click tab 2 times, and then it's going to show you options. For instance, I'm going to click tab 2 times now, and it's telling me, okay, next you have the build folder, debug folder, and src folder. So I'm going to choose the src folder. Okay, now, again, double click on the tab key. In this case, there is only one option, so it auto-completes directly with the name of the folder. Again, double tap here, and here I have a hidden folder, which is git, and this move bb8, okay? So this way you can keep advancing and moving through the different files, okay? Then in this case, the exercise is asking me to go to Linux course files, right? Linux course files, yeah. All right. Then here it says, create a new folder named my scripts. Okay, so mkdir my_scripts. scripts. Okay, so now I have this my scripts folder here, and then inside my scripts, create a file named like this. So touch move underscore bb8 underscore square dot py. Okay, and now copy the contents that you have here. Okay, so I'm going to select all this code here, select all the code, and copy it. Copy. Yeah? Copy. And now I'm going to get inside the file using vi, in this case. So vi move bb8 square. Okay, so now if I want to edit the file, what do I do? What do I need to do first? I need to change to the insert mode, right? So I'm going to press the I key, sorry. And now I can paste here the contents that I have copied. There you go. So now that I have the contents of my file here, I'm going to exit the insert mode by pressing the escape key. And then, remember, 2 points, WQ. So 2 points, right and keyed. And there we go. Okay? So now, just to verify that I have done everything correctly, I can go using the code editor, find the my scripts folder. Here I have the file. And if I open it, I can see that it has all the Python code inside it. Yeah? All right. Then, now it tells me to execute this file that I have just that you have just created by using this command, this ROS1 command. Okay, ROS1 command is a command used to execute ROS scripts. Okay. By the way, you might notice that these commands are ROS1 commands, not ROS2. Okay, but it doesn't matter because actually the purpose of this course is not to teach ROS. Okay, it's to teach Linux. Yeah, but when we start with ROS, we are going to learn ROS2. Okay, not ROS1, but ROS2. Okay, but that is going to start on Wednesday, remember. Okay, today and tomorrow we are going to focus on the foundations, which is Linux and Python programming. Okay, then let's just copy this command here from the notebook and try to execute it here. And we are going to get an error, okay? Don't worry, this is expected. Here we get an error which says, couldn't find the executable named move bb8 square py below home user cooking workspace src linux course files move bb8 package. Okay, so it's complaining that the ROS system, in this case, cannot find this Python program. Okay? Then this is normal, okay? So don't worry if you get this command. We are going to ignore it for now. But because of this error, what we are going to be able to do is to learn about another command, another very important command in Linux systems, which is the move command, yeah, which is written like this, mv, yeah. Then this mv command is used to move things through the file system. So you can move files from one place to another, you can move folders from one place to another, okay? And it can also be used to rename things, okay? We'll see it in a moment. So the problem here, the reason why the ROS system cannot find this Python script, it is because this script is not inside this ROS package, move bb8 package, okay? This is a ROS package, yeah? So the ROS system is only going to be able to find Python scripts which are inside this ROS package. yeah? But my Python script, I created it outside this package, see? In this my scripts folder, okay? So if I want the ROS system to be able to find this Python script, this Python program, I need to move this inside the move BB8 ROS package, okay? Then this is what we are going to do now. So we are going to go first of all to the Linux course files, which is where we are here, and here we can see that we have these two folders, move BB8 package and my scripts. Okay, so if I want the ROS system to find the Python script, I need to move it inside the move BB8 package. So how can I do this? Very easily using the move mv command, yeah? So mv, I want to move my scripts folder, I want to move this folder inside this other folder, move BB8 package, yeah? So this is the thing, in this case the folder that I want to move, and this is the destination folder, okay? So if I execute this, yeah, and I run ls, I don't have any more my scripts here. Why? Well, because now my scripts is inside the move BB8 package. See? Okay? Yeah? Here, also you can verify that my scripts now is inside the move BB8 package. Okay? Yeah? Yeah, this is using absolute paths. Okay. Another command is the cp command. Okay? Then the cp command stands for copy. Yeah? So, well, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? You can copy the contents of a file, generate a duplicate of a file. You can copy completely a folder also, okay? And this is another command that is used pretty frequently in Linux systems, okay? Then let's see an example. So what we are going to do is to create a copy of the Python script. So let's go here to my scripts, and we can create a copy of this move bb8 square.py. So cp move, I'm going to click on the tab key to autocomplete the name, okay? Very important that you start getting used to use the tab key, okay? Because this is going to boost a lot your speed. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to have to type everything letter by letter, character by character, and everything is going to take a lot of time. Okay? Knowing how to use the tab key is going to speed a lot your developing time. Okay? And also is going to prevent you, if you know how to use the tab key, it is a very good indicator of potential errors, okay? So please start using. You are going to see that I'm going to be doing this a lot, and I'm going to be using it all the time. So you too start getting used to use the tab key, okay, to autocomplete things. All right. Sorry. All right. Then, yeah. So I want to copy this into. I want to generate a duplicate, let's say, of this move bb8 square pi. So I'm going to copy this file into this other file. But I need to provide the name of the copy. Yeah, which can be, for instance, yeah. So move bb8 square underscore copy.py. There you go, okay? So now if we type the ls command, we can see that we have the original file and the copy that we have just generated here, yeah? Also, through the code editor, we can see here the copy that has been generated, and if you open the copy, you are going to see that it has the same contents of the original one, okay? Okay, and as you can see, this can be done not only with files, but also with folders, yeah? So we can go one level up here, and you can create a copy of the my scripts folder, okay? So let's try this. cp my scripts into my scripts copy. Okay, what happens? When working with folders, you have to use the -r argument, okay? Which means recursive, right? As you can see, the cp command works for files, but if you want to copy a folder, you need to specify the -r argument, okay? So like this, cp -r of my scripts and then my scripts copy. There we go. And now, if you run the ls command, you can see that you have my scripts and my scripts copy. And if we go inside my scripts copy, it's going to have the same contents as the original one. Okay? Yeah? Again, for instance, here with the cp command, you have the help option also, and you are going to be able to see all the options, all the arguments that you can use with the cp command. Okay? Using the help function. Okay? All right. And then I think we are almost done. Yeah, almost done. So let's finish this already. Then final command is the rm command. Yeah, and as the letters suggest, this command means remove. Okay, and yeah, also it's very self-explanatory. So you can use this command to remove files or folders again. Yeah. So for instance, let's get inside the my scripts. Well, actually no. Let's get inside the my scripts, the original one. Yeah. And if we want to remove the copy, let's say, all you have to do is type rm and the name of the file that you want to remove. Yeah? In this case, is the move bb8 square copy.py. So if you execute this command, this is going to remove this file. Yeah? If we type the ls command, you can see that the file has been removed. And of course, you can also use it for removing folders, directories. Yeah? So rm my scripts copy. Again, it doesn't work because it is a directory. So when working with directories, yeah, this is also a very common theme in Linux. Yeah, when working with directories, you have to use the -r argument. Yeah, so rm -r my scripts copy. There you go. And now the my scripts copy folder and the contents of that folder have been removed. Okay? Yeah? Then, yeah, so I think we are going to have to leave it already here. So there is one last try of running this Python script that we have here before, in order to finish this unit, okay? So if you remember previously, we couldn't execute this Python script because we didn't have it inside the move bb8 package, right? Now we have moved it inside this package, so now we should be able to execute it, right? But if we try to execute it, actually, we get another error, which is also expected, okay? And this error basically is saying, couldn't find executable named whatever, okay? And it says, found they're either not files or not executables, okay? Then this error is related with permissions, okay? Which is another very important topic in Linux, yeah? And permissions are explained in the next unit of the course. So I'm going to very quickly move to unit 3, which is Advanced Utilities 1, okay? And here we have the explanations for permissions, but I'm going to have to leave it already here, okay? We have passed the hour of class already. Then what I'm going to ask you is that you continue on your own, okay? You have access to the course. All the course is completely free, okay? This unit 3, but also unit 4, which is the next one, everything is free. So now that you have seen the process of how I have been advancing through the course, so please go ahead and complete the next units, okay? I'm leaving this as homework for all of you for tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow I'm not going to cover Linux, so I'm going to give all this for granted, and we are going to start with Python, okay? So, yeah, this is the homework that I'm going to leave for all of you, is that you finish the course by your own, okay? Just keep following the notebooks, and here you are going to find all the explanations and all different exercises that are going to allow you to practice, okay? Then, if you have any questions, again, you can write them in our forum, for instance, which you can go typing here in the question mark, yeah? If you click here, this is going to take you to our forum. So in case that you have any questions, you can write them here in the forum, in the Linux Basic for Robotics section of the course, and we are going to be very happy to answer them, answer all of your questions. Okay? Yeah? Any questions so far before we leave it here? Any questions, any comments, anything that you want to share with us? Everyone do the homework. Yeah, please do the homework. Thank you for today. Thank you. The preferred distro is Ubuntu? Well, Ubuntu, you mean the Linux distribution? Yeah, well, Ubuntu is the most known, let's say, Linux distribution. Okay, so it's yeah. In any case, all the Linux distributions are very similar in the core. Okay. Hello, Edwin. Yes, I do understand Spanish. I do understand Spanish, and thank you for your words. I'm glad that you are learning. Sergi is asking, for ROS2 distribution, will it be better Iron or Humble? My suggestion would be to go for Humble, Sergi. Okay? Why? Because Humble is a long-term distribution, while Iron, it is not. Yeah? Iron is the latest one. Well, I think it is not. Let me be sure. But I think that Iron is not a long-term supported distribution, if I'm not wrong. Yeah? But Humble it is. Yeah? So ROS2 Humble. Let me look for this. LTS. Long. I don't find it here right now, but I'm pretty sure that Humble is long-term supported, and Iron it is not. I don't know if somebody can confirm. Okay, I can see Ricardo here. Yeah. So if I had to choose one now, Sergi, I would go for Humble because of this, because it's a long-term supported distribution. Okay, while Iron it is not. Yeah. So that would be my recommendation. If you don't need something which is super robust and you just want to do some tests and play a little bit with ROS2, then you can try with Iron, because it has some very interesting features. By the way, just for you to know, I'm going to be doing a talk in the ROS Dev Day conference that I introduced to you at the beginning of this class. I'm going to be doing a talk about Iron. yeah, and showing, explaining what are the differences and what are the most important things and improvements that Iron brings to ROS2. Yeah, with some demonstrations. So if you are interested, stay tuned to the ROS Dev Day, because I'm going to be doing this talk about ROS2 Iron. All right, then, yeah, if this is all, let's follow Marcus Messerschmidt comment, and thanks all of you, and see you all tomorrow. And remember that you have some homework to do, okay? So, yeah, again, thanks to all of you. Remember that in some minutes, 1 hour, you are also going to have all the class, the full class, in YouTube, okay? In case that you want to review it, whatever, you are going to have it uploaded in YouTube just in some minutes, all right? And yeah, so see you again. Remember, tomorrow we are going to be doing Python 3, so yeah, let's get into Python 3 programming. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks again, and remember, keep pushing your ROS learning. Bye-bye.